All right, a little update on the Delica. Boom. Stephen Lee came through from Rising Sun Imports out of Canada. Got the rotors, got some pads, got some of this stuff here, the BG stop squeal. So I coated the pads with that. Not that, I mean, it's gonna make any noise, but I have it, might as well use it. Taking off the, well, this Delica's, taking off the pads and rotors wasn't too crazy. Same setup as a Montero of the same year, or Pajero of the same year. Make sure to brace the caliper so you don't have all the weight on that hose there. But all in all, you know, this came from Japan, all spray painted and pretty and nice, but you know, better inspection, there's no rust, so it just looks good, so whatever. Grease looks a little old, so I'm gonna repack it. I ordered a self-packing thing. The bearings look fine, just want to clean up the grease. Pads are about halfway, the original pads are about halfway. I'm still gonna press the calipers in, clean it up a little bit, and then put it on. This I started on the passenger side because it's closest to the fridge and more confined. I figured I'd get the more confined one done first, and then I can work on the, well, not passenger side, driver side, passenger side, you know what I mean. Finally got the belt in for the AC belt that was destroyed, so I can put that in when I get an opportunity. But I still got to clean up the tensioner pulley and the main one. I'm gonna go from underneath, so I'll remove the skid plate, the aluminum skid plate, so I can get better access to it. But I just want to drop, just want to replace the brake pads and rotors, repack the bearings. I already got the tires put on, so that's a plus. And I gotta work on this side. So it's Friday evening. Just got off work. Figured I'd tinker with it a little longer. But yeah, the tires. I got 235 75 15. The stock ones were 225 70, which is a tire you really can't get a hold of unless you order it from Japan. So this has a little bit of a wider tread, but a shorter, I'm sorry, it was 225 80, I think. So it was taller. The ones from Japan are taller. So I got a shorter side profile, but a wider base by like, what, 10 centimeters or 10 millimeters. Let's see here. 225 80 15. That's what was on there before. So now I have a 235 75 15. So shouldn't change it to that much. The rubbers feel pretty soft, but you know, I'm no rubber expert, man. I just wanted some newer tires because the last ones were manufactured in 2015. So that's a real quick update. I hope to get this done by the weekend. It's been raining a bunch here in Central California, so, which was nice, about freaking time. So I can kind of drive it a little bit. And like I said, put it through its paces without the kids. Maybe take them to school with it and then go to work and come back home, you know, basic driving. And then slowly work up to long distance stuff just to make sure, you know, everything's all good to go with it, because, you know, there's only so much maintenance you can do to prevent this stuff, and something could happen, catastrophic. Not to be so negative about it. So that's your little quick update. I'll keep updating you as it goes. Check with you later. Good morning, it's the next day. So I'm gonna get started on the passenger side right there today. I'm still waiting for the grease packing tool, or I don't know, that little press from Amazon. So that should be here today, so I can finish up the bearings and then button everything up. But might as well take off the passenger side and just get it ready. And while I'm waiting for the press, then I can clean up the pulleys and then place the belt, so that's good to go. But yeah, look how shiny the Delica is. Jeez. So I'll put it on time lapse and then see what I'm fiddling with. I like how time lapse turns 30 minutes worth of work into, like, I don't know, a minute or so. But I'll update you when I get further along. Well, I am at a standstill for the brakes. I'm just gonna wait for the bearing press, grease press, you know, whatever it's called. No hiccups, no nothing. The grease was really old and dirty. So, I mean, it was black, but you could tell it wasn't supposed to, because when you get in there deep, it was clear. So I have them replaced. They're sitting on the bench now, and like so, ready to go. Cleaned as much grease off of the bearings as I could. Make sure that I cleaned the seal as much as I can. And I have them all here. So as soon as I get the press, I'm gonna load up that grease and pack it, and then start putting it together. Then I can worry about the brake pads, which should be easy. Just cleaning off the hardware, greasing specific points of the where it makes contact, so you don't have any squealing or anything. And then button everything back up. I'm hoping to get it done by the end of the day. It just depends on the Amazon delivery. They usually come around the afternoon, but we'll see. So I'm gonna move on to the belt. Take off the skid plate, the aluminum skid plate, and then clean up that area, see if I can't put it on there, button that up, and just chill and wait for Amazon. So I'm making progress. I had a snamming headache this morning too, just a shit headache. But nothing, a cup of coffee and some ibuprofen can fix. So I'm feeling a little bit better. Cool, I'll update you guys in a bit. Well, here's our update, all finished up. Amazon came through and I got that bearing packer, packed the bearings. Everything went back smoothly. That purple stuff there is Primatex, the anti-squeal brake stuff. So the old ones. Maybe you can see a warp there. So this is what I was talking about. The brand icon was Swan Lake. 14 and some change, next day shipping. So yeah, so worth it. Packed put a bit in there of this Lucas. Oh gosh, I'm trying to compensate. The Lucas grease there, and what I found out was the easiest way to do it was is to put it on the ground and use my body weight to get it out. But then all the old grease comes through the bearings. Pretty cool. Repacked everything else in the hub, and like I said, reassembled everything. So I'm gonna put the tires back on, torque them down, put it on the ground, start it up. The battery's dead. Hopefully I don't have any squeals from the belt. There. Gonna drain a bit of the brake fluid because when you compress the calipers, you know, it makes room, it pushes it out. Make sure to be aware of that when you're changing your brake pads. And then clean up my mess. I was gonna, and I've been putting this off, and I don't know. I was gonna change the diff fluid and the transmission fluid, but I'm just not having it. It's one of those things that, you know what I think the real truth is? I don't like the smell. It smells disgusting and it gives me headaches. So I try and avoid it at all costs. I did it. I changed the diff fluid and the trans fluid in the Stagia, and that was, it gave me some headaches. So yeah, I'm gonna hold off on that as much as possible. Oh, one thing before I actually put the tires on is I'm gonna brake clean the rotors and make sure there's no grease and stuff on it, and then I'll put the tires on it. So next update should be on the ground, started, maybe out in the driveway. Quick update. That AC belt was more of a pain than I expected. Alexa, pause music. Because it melted on the pulleys, it left a bunch of residue on it, and I had to go and scrape and clean off all of it from the pulley, from the AC, from the tensioner pulley, and from the main crank pulley. And wow. Yeah, so it took me a lot longer than I expected. But it's on there now, and I didn't put it too tight. Belts are always kind of a tricky thing for me, and I think I get into my head too much with it. So I put it on there and I go, man, that feels too tight. Then I loosen it up, like, oh man, that feels too loose. Then I go and tighten up, that feels too tight. And I'll keep going back and forth and round about it. So I met somewhere in the middle. So I'm kind of cleaning things up, still waiting for Amazon to come through so I can finish the front brake pads and rotors and just pack these bearings with the bearing packer. Yeah, once I took the tensioner pulley off, back to the belt. I took the tensioner pulley off, then cleaned that individually, and then I was under the car. I had to pull the skid plate, the whole shebang off of it, get more access, clean that AC, and I think it came from the AC. As soon as you turned it on and the clutch kicked on the AC, because the AC pulley itself, the clutch pulley, wasn't like the other two. The other two were just, it was like the entire circumference of the pulleys were caked in the rubber, but the clutch for the AC wasn't. So I guess, you know, when we were going for that little drive, my wife was trying to see if the AC worked or whatever, and kicked it on. I don't know if I had the belt on too tight before and it just seized, or it didn't give enough. I don't know. Who knows? It might need a new AC compressor. I don't know. But I have a new belt on there, and then I have the belt number, so if I needed to order it, I can order it on my own and I have to wait as long as I did, because it's a Bando belt. So in order to clean the main pulley, I had to, you know, kick over the car or the van, and battery's dead. I was like, so I brought my jumper out and jumped, you know, a little battery jumper, and jumped it and got it to turn over enough so I can clean the entire thing. So it's on there now. I'm gonna put the intercooler back on and button this area up and just wait for Amazon cleanup, because I made a mess. I mean, just all that rubber down there from under the car, and then from the pulley. So I'm gonna clean this up and wait for Amazon, and hopefully I'll get done by the end of the day. Oh, and I might unwrap these. Well, coming to you from the inside of the Delica, battery is like dead. That's a new battery. I don't know if there's a parasitic draw or whatever, but yeah, it's dead. And I tried to bring the GX up to jump it. Jump pack couldn't even get it. So have it on a trickle charger. I'm gonna let it charge and give it a try tomorrow, this evening. I don't know. Maybe give it a couple hours and see. But yeah, it's toast. So I can't even get the car started. I have it on the ground, torqued it, torqued all the lug nuts to spec. You know, I put new tires on this thing, and one of the tires I put on was like damn near flat, so I had to air it up. Maybe there's a slow leak at the valve stem, I don't know. You know, you get your ups and downs. I was really hoping to get it and drive it, do the break-in procedure for the brake pads, but guess I'll have to wait till tomorrow. Is what it is. Yeah, I don't have anything else. So, recap. Drove it on its first maiden voyage. Hit the AC. I don't know if the belts are too tight, or the compressor, or the clutch, the AC clutch locked it up, or what, I don't know. Fried that belt. Left a whole bunch of rubber on the tensioner pulley, AC pulley, and then the main pulley, thinking I'll easily clean it off, but no. Waited a week and a half to get a belt from Texas. Oh, I shouldn't say a week and a half, like a week and a couple, 2 days or something. So it's kind of a bitch to clean. Got that all cleaned up. So screw it while I'm at it, might as well do the brakes. The rotors and brake pads came faster from Canada than the belt came from Texas, I don't know. So repacked the bearings, changed the rotors out, changed the pads out, which was pretty straightforward. just watched a couple YouTube videos on Montero setups, and it's virtually the same. While I was up in the air, I figured I'd just go get the tires replaced, since I had them in the back of the Delica anyway, so I had those replaced. Now I got one that's maybe has a slow leak, I don't know. So, and then now I can't even start it to see if whatever I did worked or whatever. Yeah, the joys of owning a 25-plus-year-old JDM diesel turbo 4-wheel drive van. So like a part of me is like, oh man, success, and then the other part's like, fuck, oh damn it. And then I gotta work on the stage yet. I haven't loosened up the timing belt. Get rid of that whining noise. Loosen up the timing belt, do some little knick-knack things, clean it up. I'm still waiting for registration on that one. It is in the process now. All the paperwork was submitted to the state. I have insurance, so that's good. But for the Stagey, I gotta clean it up a bit. Exterior, interior. Like I said, little knick-knack things to make the driving experience a little better, you know, door latches, stuff like that. But that's a long-term project. I want to drive it, but the Delica seems like the priority now because the kids really love this thing. So I'm just gonna end the video here. Until next time. Hopefully I have a clip that has the Delica running at the end. If not, then till next week. Alrighty.